Are video games nowadays more expensive? Well, let's dig into some data and find out together. So I recently put out a video talking all about the bundle that Microsoft is offering that you get $35 off of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. So in that video, I talked about how the base edition for Jedi Survivor is $70 and the deluxe edition is $90. And I also pointed out that that's a lot of money for a video game. Well, let's hop back in time real quick and see if we can actually do a little comparison. All right, so in 1990, February 12th to be exact, Nintendo released Super Mario Bros. 3. For the original NES, of course. The game launched at $50. That's $50 US. And that was in 1990. So that was 33 years ago because it's 2023. So let's take that $50 and we're going to plug it into this here inflation calculator. We got 1990 up here. We're going to go $50 on this game and we're just going to hit calculate. Let's see what it gives us. So $115. So right now, based on current US inflation, you should be paying $160 for this video game. Now, there are some differences here. A lot of games are digital only now, which is honestly becoming more and more the standard. It's a lot cheaper to produce a compact disc than it is to produce a cartridge with all of your hardware inside of it. Your packaging costs are also less. So let's see if they're actually more expensive nowadays. So like I said, based on this number, you should be paying about $115, $116 for this game. So let's hop over here to the Game Pass library. Let's check out some of these games on Game Pass. Of course, Redfall is the first one to come up. So let's look at Redfall and see what it is actually going for. So of course, this is included with Game Pass. Right now, you can buy this game for $70. Well, based on this inflation calculator, that's actually cheaper. So is this game actually cheaper? Well, let's dig a little deeper. So going back to our Game Pass library, let's check out BlazBlue Cross Tag Battle. And this is their special edition, so it's a newer edition for BlazBlue. Right now, you can buy this one for $50. It looks like the prices are actually going down based on inflation. So let's go back here. Let's check out a smaller game. So those ones are produced, by bigger title companies. Let's check out this Besiege, this console edition. This one is only $20. This is assuming that you don't already have Game Pass. This one's only $20. So again, the games are getting cheaper. Well, what does this mean? Does this mean that games were actually more expensive back then? Well, yes and no is the answer. Let's check out one more. Let's check out Minecraft Legends, Minecraft's super popular game, and you can buy this game for $40. So it seems like with game releases, the prices are just kind of all over the place. If you account just based on inflation, then video games now are actually cheaper. By all accounts, based on inflation only, you should be paying about $116 for these brand new games. But we have some differences here. There's no packaging to these games, which means that they're all going to be digital download, which means that they're only ever going to stay in your console or on your PC. Good thing about that is that if somebody came along and smashed your Super Mario Bros. 3, you lost it. It's done. If somebody comes by and smashes your Xbox, well, first of all, you have to ask yourself what you did to that person and why the heck are they smashing their Xbox? And second of all, you can get another Xbox, re-log into your account, and re-download these, and you haven't lost anything. You haven't lost your save progress. The only thing you lost was a smashed Xbox console. Here's another question to ask for this. Are video games too expensive? And that's a different question than do they cost more? Because for something that's expensive for somebody is not necessarily expensive for another person. So let's go back up here to the Xbox Game Pass. So here on the console games, they have 454 games. So I've done a video on Game Pass. It's really more like 440 different games. Some of these are actually bundled together, and that's why it's got 454. So there's a few copies in there. So based on 440 games, we're going to just do an average price of about $15 per game. There's going to be some that are a lot more, and there's going to be some that are going to be cheaper. So we're going to go based just on $15. I feel like that's a good roundabout number. So we're going to take these 440 games. We are going to multiply them by $15, and this comes out to $6,600. So that means you could go buy every single game that is on Game Pass right now, and you would spend about $6,600, and you would have these games forever. But here's another comparison. These games are all digital, and they're all going to be saved to your account. If you were to spend $6,600 on NES games, assuming that they're all $50 on their release, so let's divide this by 50, you would have 132 good quality NES games. And those 132 good quality NES games, like your Contras and your Zeldas, those are going to be exponentially worth more. Well, why am I saying this? Because those physical things are now collector items. Okay, well, what does that mean? Well, that means that those things have held and then actually gained some value over time. This same $6,600 that you would spend to buy Game Pass games and keep forever, these are all digital copies. They're not going to have any resale value down in the future. Well, why do you bring that up? And I bring that up to show the point that, yes, video games are actually more expensive nowadays, in the sense that you don't have something that you can grab onto and hold, and there's a potential value there. Do I still think that it's totally worth Game Pass even though there's no type of long-term value there? Yeah, absolutely. It is best for casual gamers that want a variety. Are video games more expensive now than what they were then? Yes and no is actually the right answer. Dollar value wise, no, they are not. Long-term investment wise, they are absolutely more expensive. You guys let me know your thoughts. Leave me a comment. I'm really interested on other people's opinions on this being more expensive now versus back then. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.